Thanks so much for stopping by. Tonight I'm kind of switching gears and just going to do like a product review on a new wood burning tool that I got yesterday, and I'm going to kind of play around with it tonight. So basically what you're going to be seeing is that I'm actually doing some experimenting with it. Now this is my old wood burning tool, which is actually a new wood burning tool, but when I got it, just a cheap one from Home Depot, it was horrible because I really would like to make cake toppers and just wood burn them and then put some food friendly oil on them so that they, no problem with them touching the cake, that type of thing. And so I was really disappointed with this tool. Not too sure what it's actually really good for because it wasn't good for that. My new wood burning tool though was somebody I saw online in one of the groups I belong to, that she was using this product, and it's from Walnut Hollow, and she talked about how awesome it was because she was actually doing ornaments and saying signs with it, doing some wood burning in with certain phrases and whatnot, and had done ornaments and had done quite well at a craft show that she'd been doing. And I said, hey, I'd like to be doing wood burning, and had a tool that just didn't work well. Wanted to see if you would share with me what product that you were using. And she told me, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and order one, give it a try. So I just kind of experimented a little bit with it this morning. I babysit my grandchildren, so it's really difficult for me to do a whole lot during the day, so I have to concentrate all night. But I went through and just did some wood burning samples just with the basic tool that was attached, which was similar to the one that I just showed you. Right now I'm heating it up to actually do some wood burning on this particular item that we're not going to be using. First of all, it's kind of late for Christmas stuff, and this was for my grandson Ivan, but he was actually born in 2014, so not sure. It's not 2015 now, so it wouldn't be good for Christmas this year even. So not going to be used, and we just kind of put it to the side. So especially since it's getting so late in the season. I'm not even done with my Christmas shopping. Hopefully you are. So I've been letting my new tool heat up. The only problem I have is that the cord on it's not real long, so I kind of have to stay close by in order to work on it. I'm hoping that this particular tool, the tip that I have on it right now, it does come with quite a few tips. And I can open up the box. It comes with this nice little box too. It was only $29.99, I believe, but it comes with quite a few different tips, even some tips that you can actually do designs with on your wood. Even a design tool if you want to do transfers of whether it's black and white or colored images that you print with a laser printer. Unfortunately I don't have a laser printer. And even some sod, which I'm not sure that I would use this for any kind of sod projects. My particular wire that I use is actually aluminum, and it doesn't sod. I mean, you have to do special stuff, special sod and all for that. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a try. Okay, well, anyhow, I've let this tool heat up. You're supposed to let it heat up 4 to 5 minutes, so I don't know that it's actually been quite that length of time. The one thing neat about it is it does have different settings on it, and I can show you this a little bit more once I unplug it. But it actually, for different types of projects, whether you're cutting with it, like cutting out stencils, or you're wood burning, the only problem I see is that, like for this particular fixture that I thought was going to work great, actually doesn't go all the way down into my letters, so I would probably choose something different than what I'm using right now. But I'm just going to go ahead and play with it too, just to kind of get the feel of it and just see really how well it does. Yeah, the other one I had, I mean, I would have been here forever even trying to make this deep of a line. But I would definitely, if I'm going to be wood burning, letters, I would definitely use a different size attachment. And again, the cord is really short, as I mentioned, but you have to let this item or this tool cool completely before you switch the tips out. I did not really stay around today to see how quickly it cools once I turned it off, and I had it at a higher temperature setting than what you're seeing right now. This is at the second to the highest. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, something I read said it gets up to 950 degrees. If that's the case, you really need to watch it. And like I said, I was working around with my 2-year-old grandson running around, so I really couldn't spend a whole lot of time with it. Just make a couple passes with the tool to see how it heated up before I threw the packaging away. But I definitely, I need some practice here. I've never done this really before, other than the attempts I made with the last tool. Just kind of play with it. That's what I like to do. I like to get products and just kind of play with them. And don't be afraid to do that, even whether it's with painting or if it's with creating things from wire. Whatever it is you want to do, do it. Give it a try. So maybe it doesn't work out, or maybe it isn't what you thought it was going to be, or you don't like it as much as you thought you might. Why not give it a try? What's it going to hurt? Trust me, I have a lot of products that I haven't fully tried out, but I buy, the paint. I see it, I buy it, and then maybe later on I decide, hey, I'm going to give this a try. Boy, I haven't used this. I'm going to see how it really works. And see this even, really as I'm moving it. Yeah, you do have to be careful though, with it, because once you touch something, it's burnt. And when you get it up to the really high setting, it's really burnt very quickly. And I love the smell of wood burning. So that's nice. But like I said, my tool, I thought, this will be perfect, not realizing that it really wasn't reaching the bottom. I thought it was. Just kind of reaches the side, inside the side. And you're supposed to just hold it like a pencil. That's what the instructions say. And trust me, I'll get better at this. I'm just learning. To learn the tips that I need to use and when I need to use them, and the temperature. Because I think I'm going to kick it up here a little bit and continue on here. I just wish I had a longer cord. I can't believe how short this cord is on it. It's really quite short. Like I said, I truly enjoy using different projects, trying out things. But I would definitely recommend this. If you're into wood burning and trying to get a feel for what product you should use, I would definitely recommend this one. And I feel like I'm coloring. Trust me, once it gets fully heated on the higher temperature, it won't take long to burn something at all. But you definitely have to learn to have control or you're going to have burn marks all over the place. I just wish it was easier to go from one tip to the other without having to let it cool off. But I understand. I mean, I get it. I don't want to be burnt. I definitely think it's heating up. I just have to learn to probably go a little bit slower because I'm used to drawing with pens and markers and all. And of course they immediately write, well, most of the time, at least. At least they're supposed to, right? Except for when you really need them to, then they don't seem to work. Yeah, I definitely like that. And if you're a wood burner and you're watching this, I would take any advice you have. Again, a lot of stuff I try, it's me trying it and teaching myself. So I may not always know the quickest tips and tricks, as you might want to say. And I'm very open to constructive criticism. Say the key word there is constructive. Not trying to be mean. So everybody has to learn somewhere, right? And not everybody starts out being a professional. I like to make you think they do. But I think sometimes people forget that. So it's not too late to ask for one for Christmas. Yeah, I really like it. I guess I mean, this isn't how I would have decorated this to begin with. It would have been painted. But since it's not going to be used, I thought, you know what, it'll give me something to practice on. I just wish I could get down into that. That would make me happy. I'm hoping you can see this because I can't see myself. Yeah, I definitely think the higher heat is the way to go with this. And this is Baltic birch that I'm doing this on. It's Baltic birch plywood. Just in case you were wondering what type of wood. You can actually use this tool for quite a few things. Like I said, transferring designs, which I thought was very interesting. I could have used that at some point in my life. And cutting stencils, soldering. And this kit actually gives you all the stuff you need in order to do that. Yep, I definitely like this. Yeah, I could see being able to write. Wow, that's pretty nifty. Let's see if I can draw around it here. And here we go. Guys, I think one of the keys is just learning to move a little bit slower. So a little bit slower. And again, this tool is a wood burning tool from Walnut Hollow. I just went around it, around here. And like I said, it takes 4 to 5 minutes to heat up, so I'm not even sure if it's up to the highest. It's one thing I wish it would show you when it's ready, when it's actually heated up, but it doesn't. So I know with a lot of things like, you know, hair straighteners and that kind of thing, a lot of times it'll tell you, or beep, or when I do I have a machine that I do, oh, what's it called? Oh my goodness, I can't think what it's called, with the plastic when you put something inside of it and close it. Oh my goodness. Laminating. Oh wow. It'll tell me when it's ready. You know, beep. And as dark as this is getting, I'm thinking it's probably close. I love it. I can see being able to create some really cute things for rustic weddings with this. Let me go over this again. Yeah, I definitely would like to be able to show you the different tips. However, it's not going to happen in one video. Alright, so that's what I've done so far. My little sample. You just kind of see how, yeah, see if you just press it, I mean it burns very quickly. So it's definitely getting heated up to that mark that I was wanting it at. I'm just going to play around with it for a minute and see what I can do with it. And there's there is a thinner tip. I want to try it out. I just got to remember to go slow. Slow is the key here. Which isn't good for me because I'm always in a hurry. Always in a hurry. I might be able to do some cute designs with this. Love it. I'm loving it. And like I said with this, just remember you can go back over it again if you wish for it to be darker. I think the key, like I said, I'm finding is just to go slowly with it. Looks good to me. Alright, and you probably didn't see a whole lot of that. Sorry about that. I was just kind of playing around with this part of it. Made a little heart. I really like it. Yeah, lots of fun. Lots of fun. And again, here's the dial that gives you the option. It looks like 4 heat settings. I was on the red, which is the top one. And then this little stand, I believe came with my other one, but I'm going to keep it and use it with this one because I definitely have to be careful that it doesn't catch anything on fire. So I want to set it or melt anything or whatever, but set it out away from anything being around it so it doesn't catch on fire or, like I said, melt or destroy something that I don't want to be destroyed. Anyways, I again appreciate you stopping by. Please feel free to subscribe to my channel. Pass it along to other people. I'd love for you to share it. Let me know if you have any questions, suggestions, anything else you'd like to see me try with it. And I'm sure that as time goes on, I'll be sharing some projects that I'm doing with it, and I will be practicing to get better with it. So anyways, have a good evening. Have a great weekend. Thanks again for stopping by. See you next time.